Stepping into your main character energy is a form of energetic protection, and it is not just a philosophy that you look at yourself through that lens. It's not just wearing a mini skirt or dancing around or whatever it could be. There's actually steps that you can take to step into this energy with ease and with confidence. In order to step into your main character energy, you are going to want to start behaving like your own best friend. That means no longer telling yourself when you have an idea that that idea is stupid or it must be too hard for you or anything like that. We need to start rewiring our mindset, rewiring the way that we talk to ourselves. So many of us have been walking around for so many years with a really, really harsh inner critic, and we need to start retraining our inner voice to actually be our own inner cheerleader, to tell ourselves, yeah, you look amazing in that outfit. Wow, your legs look so good. So many of us have been living our whole entire lives with this cynical inner voice that's constantly telling us your legs look horrible, this outfit isn't as cute as it could be, or something like that. This is the time to start to get down to your subconscious level and start to actually be a friend to yourself, to actually be kind to yourself. This is hard to do by just making that decision, which is why I absolutely love subliminals, other tools to rewire your subconscious so that you can start to feel, so it can be even easier to do kind things for yourself, to speak kindly to yourself, to encourage yourself, to remind yourself that you do have good ideas. You are deserving of all the things that you desire. You are capable of learning things. You are capable of finding solutions. That should be your normal inner dialogue, and we get to work on ourselves until we get to that point that our inner dialogue is actually our friend. The next thing you can do to step into that main character energy is start collecting little memorabilia throughout your day. I love to collect receipts and scrapbook them. I actually junk journal, so I save little things from any travels or any adventures that I go on, and I treat any normal, basic, boring day like it's a beautiful full chapter of a book, and I am the main character, and I allow myself to just really hone in to these different scenes, right? I might collect a leaf or a flower from a different part of the garden, and I might write in my journal this whole long poem about what I felt or what I experienced in that part of the garden. So often in our everyday modern society, we've been taught that it's normal to spend hours and hours scrolling, and it's weird to collect little leaves from your walk, to write different poems about them, to go on color walks, to have a scrapbook of your life, even if you don't plan on sharing that with anybody. But those are the activities that actually rewire your subconscious. They tell your brain that you are stepping into a new timeline, a new version of yourself. And in this new version of yourself, life is easy for you, life feels healthy and happy for you, and you are your best friend. It is fun to navigate life because you're not being so hard on yourself anymore. The next thing that I like to do to tap into my main character energy is elevating my lifestyle. And I'm going to use the word luxury, but the way that I define this word might be very, very different from how we've seen this word defined. When I'm talking about luxury, I'm not talking about having the most expensive designer items. I'm talking about living a lifestyle that is efficient for you. The true definition of luxury is like having tissues by the bed and a glass of water by the bed so that the things that you need are always in reach. So in order to build a luxurious main character lifestyle, this has nothing to do with money and buying things or getting rid of things or anything like that. Anyone can create a more elevated, luxurious lifestyle at absolutely any budget and any income. The steps to living a more luxurious, elevated, aligned lifestyle is first really getting to know yourself. What are the habits? What are the tasks? What are the practices that you often do? What are the things that are causing you energy drains in your life where you have to walk back and forth down the hallway a bunch of different times? And if you just simply had an extra laundry basket in one room at the end of the hall, then that would save you so many trips down the hallway. The first thing that we're going to do is really to identify who do we want to be in life? What are the goals that we want to achieve? What are the things that we enjoy doing versus the things that really, really drain us? Maybe we'll want to outsource those things in the future if we can, or to find a way to make them so much easier or a complete no-brainer. Maybe you have a lot of clutter in your home and things that are kind of pulling at your visual clutter. And by simply decluttering and organizing your home, you are stepping into a whole new level of elegance, of clarity, of cleanliness, not only in your physical environment, but also less mental clutter, less emotional clutter too. Something that you can do to create more elegance in your life is to organize your technology for the things that you want to do in life and the person that you want to become in this life. Since I do content creation full time, I have different albums of long form content, different albums of short form content, albums of covers. I have pinned notes for ideas for YouTube shorts or for TikToks or for all different types of platforms that I want to be present on. I document different analytics. I use my technology to support me in becoming the person that I want to become and stepping into the future that I want to step into. Instead of spending a Saturday night going on a date with somebody that you might not even remember or be thinking about a year from now, I spend that Saturday night actually doing a vision board exercise and a visualization meditation for the next year, the next 5 years, and the next 10 years, so I can make sure that all of my habits, all of my goals, the way that my towels are folded is in alignment with that future version of me. Over the years, I've noticed that the biggest difference between people who want to step into that main character energy versus people who actually are in that main character energy is having the discipline to actually spend time with yourself, to make that Saturday night, date night, vision board night plan with yourself, and you actually show up. Even when you don't feel good, even when there's other things that you could be doing, even when somebody invites you to go do other plans, that you genuinely prioritize yourself, that you genuinely prioritize what you want in your life. And the final big shift that I see between people who want to step into that main character manifestation dream life energy versus people who actually are in that energy is something that you might not like hearing, so don't hate me for this, but it is writing. There is a big difference between wanting to be in that main character energy versus being in that main character energy. And when we want to be in that energy, we are still in that consumer role. We are reading, we are consuming content, we are looking for that next step, that next workbook that we can download, that next manifestation ritual. But when you are already in that main character energy, where you feel like your absolute best version of yourself and you're living life as your dream life, you are writing things down. You are documenting how you're feeling. You are writing down maybe poetry about the day. You are writing out lists of things that you want to do and accomplish and achieve. All of that time that somebody would spend reading and consuming and scrolling, somebody in their main character energy is going to spend writing. The reason that I share this right now is because as the veil is very, very thin and we need to be doing everything we can to raise our personal frequency, one of the easiest ways to consistently do that is to make it the goal to step into that main character, best self, dream life energy, and to do these tasks to really raise your frequency, raise your vibration, and start living as that very best version of you.